So the Lume Portable Coffee Grinder is the world's first portable and electrical coffee grinder, and to the best of my Google abilities is still the only one that is. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I'm impressed by it. In this video, we're going to talk through what makes up the Lume and how best to use it. Stay tuned. Hi, it's Josh here from Alternative Brewing, and we're taking a look at the Lume Portable Coffee Grinder here. This is an electrical coffee grinder, so there's no needing to manually grind espresso anymore. It has an inbuilt rechargeable battery motor that holds a 3,300 milliamp hours. So that equates to around a full kilogram of beans and about 50 doses of your AeroPress if you're using an AeroPress before needing a recharge. The Lume grinder uses a standard Moka USB connection, and it will grind for manual espresso or filter coffee. I've found it does better at the finer consistencies than it does the coarser ones, but I'd say that pretty much about any of the manual hand grinders out there. I think one of the biggest benefits beyond being electrical is that it's so portable. It's about the same size as a manual grinder that can grind up to about 50 grams at a time. We've discovered this grinder to be a great choice for those not needing a larger electrical grinder with a bigger price tag but may not want or have difficulty grinding with a manual hand grinder. The Lume Portable Coffee Grinder comes apart in three components. The top part is the motor, and this has two buttons on it. One you hold down for 2 seconds, that will turn the motor on and off, and the other will turn on an LED light. That's right, it has an LED light, and it's quite bright light. I've used this camping, and in the dark, it'll easily light up 30 meters. So it's basically a camping torch included. On the side of that is a micro USB connection. It's pretty standard use for any rechargeable port, and I would give it a full charge before using it. That's around 6 hours. There's also a convenient light up display on the side here, and this will show you how much power is left in the grinder. It's easier to keep the grinder charged this way, so between uses, I would just probably plug it in. We're all pretty accustomed these days to keeping things nice and charged. Underneath that, we have the grinder body. You're going to screw this off and place your beans in the top to be ground. It will grind up to 50 grams at a time, and the Lume uses 38mm ceramic conical burrs. These are a spring-loaded inner burr and the outer burrs that are reinforced in a metal housing. Now, if you want to adjust the grind setting on these, it's at the bottom of this, and it's pretty straightforward. There is a nut that changes the distance between the burrs. So turning it anti-clockwise will make your grind coarse, and turning it clockwise will make your grind finer. You'll see an arrow on the nut too, and this is pointing to the numbers. This helps reproducing grind settings, pretty simple. Lume recommends making a quarter turn when changing the grind. And finding the 0 point on this grinder is practically dialing the burrs all the way fine until they touch, and there's no space in between the burrs anymore. To make things a little easier when changing this grind setting, I would press down on the spring-loaded inner burrs to release the tension on the nut that twists. Otherwise, I've found this nut to be a little hard to turn. You can check out our other videos that talks more about the 0 point. I'll throw a link below. Attached to this is the grinder catcher, and this will hold a maximum of 50 grams. It has a neat volume measurement on the side here, and if you want to eyeball your dose using this catcher, I found this to be fairly accurate, in fact. The two things I would like to mention about the Lume are it has an auto off function, so after 3 minutes, it's going to shut off. And this is a benefit more than I see it as a hindrance in my eyes. Being electrical, I'm switching it on and now I can do other stuff, set up my brew station and so forth. I'd prefer to know I'm not draining my battery on the Lume than having to tap the button again for a few seconds to finish the grinder. Also, another big tip when using this grinder, you want to hold the grinder upside down with the beans inside before you grind. And then before you grind, turn the grinder on and then bring it up the right way. Starting the grinder with the beans between the burrs will make the motor work extra hard to start moving, and this will eventually lead to draining the battery sooner. Almost all single-dose electrical grinders out there recommend having the burrs moving before placing the beans in them. The Lume is no exception to this, and I think you'll get better results. Warranted, it does take a little longer for you to grind a full dose compared to the workout routine of a manual grinder, but that's what I love about the Lume coffee grinder is that it's you're not putting in all the effort. I can wait an extra 20 seconds or so, that's no big deal. It's really well made, it feels solid, even though it only weighs like 600 grams. And that's the Lume Portable Coffee Grinder for you. It's electrical, it's compact, it's portable in that sense. I love that it's rechargeable and it grinds for espresso and filter. Below in the description, I'll throw some suggestions for grind settings, but stay tuned. We're bringing out videos just like this twice a week. Hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit like, throw a comment below, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.